Hello YouTube friends, Alicia here. This is another junk journal I have completed using one of Tsunami Rose's kits. It's the Jane Austen Christmas, and I had printed this one off last year in TN size by accident. I don't really like the TN size, but I have a friend who will love it, and so I made it for her. And so, yeah, I'm just going to show you it. Like I said, this is for a friend. But I do want to remind you that any of the journals I sell, and I can make another one like this if anybody is interested, the money I make from selling my journals will be going to help fund my brother's puppy, aka the family puppy, surgery. We just got really bad news today, and she's needing another major surgery. So, yeah, any help with that would be much appreciated. And like I said in previous videos, go ahead and look on my channel. If there is a journal you're interested in, let me know. And if you're interested in a custom made journal, let me know that as well in the comment section below. And yeah, let's get started. So I made this from, I don't know if it was a placemat or what it was, but it's fabric of some kind. And it is, I coffee dyed it. It was originally white, and I just coffee dyed it to vintage it up, and then I just stamped on a tag, and then I will write the message on the back of the tag for her. It's a chalkboard tag, but I just chose to use gold Ink It Up stamp ink and then stamp on it. Vintage seam binding, crocheted vintage trim. I believe it's vintage. I shouldn't say for sure. And then I just lined it with scrapbooking paper, so it's a very soft cover. And I sewed the fabric on. There is no glue. It is all sewn. And then, oh, this is sewn here too, so it does give a little bit of stability. But it really didn't need it. It was pretty good without it. And then this is the kit. This journal is mostly the kit. There were so many pages that I didn't need to use a lot of filler pages. I did use some. A calendar. I don't think this comes with the kit, but it's one of Daisy's calendars. Vintage Christmas seals. Just some stationery. And this really, I mean, it could be a design team project. I don't even know if there's a design team this month. It was just really something I want to make. So these are from Daisy as well, and I stamped the bunny on it. Another page from the kit that's just printed small, folded in half. I left it white inside. And then there's just a scripture verse on the bottom. I have vintage scripture cards. So, I'm not a Jane Austen fan, but this kit is beautiful. Another vintage seal up in the corner. I think those are pretty. More printer paper. Some stamping. Vintage doily. Just an envelope. This flips out. It's not glued. Some stamping on it. Some of these backing papers, these ones are from, I believe Victoria Designs. But like I said, this really wasn't a design team project, so I just used whatever I wanted to use in it. I mainly Daisy's stuff. Just a stamp with on tissue paper and then glued. It's only a single signature, but it's chunky. So just a glassine bag for her to put things in. She likes things like that. And then her name. It's the name of these flowers, which is really cool. So this is from Daisy as well. I just added it because, like I said, it was her name. A journaling card I made. This is an image from one of Daisy's Christmas kits. So my goal has been, as you probably noticed a little bit with my purple journal as well that I just made, to use up some digis that I've had printed. So I printed on the backs of these, but I didn't print anything. Oops, there's a stamp, a fabric flip. I didn't print any main pages for this journal because I have so much printed already. And things are falling. And of course, to use up some scrapbook paper. Vintage trim that folds open. These are just little tags, and I did some stamping on them. There's nothing on the back. She could, you know, add a little note or just look at them because she likes miniatures, so that's why I put those in there. Papers from Michael's, sorry. And I just made it into an envelope. There's nothing in it. Another envelope. There's lots of envelopes and there's nothing in the envelopes. Oh wait, yes there is something in this one. There's lots of envelopes because, like I said, she likes that kind of thing. There is another journaling card that I made. And it says, oops, some people pray for the things that I take for granted. And just a reminder, you know, to be thankful for what we have. It's going to be upside down, but that's okay. And it's a vintage doily with vintage bias tape on the envelope. And of course, the envelope is not vintage. It's very new. Not very new, but you know what I mean. Just a stamp. Things to do. I don't know if there's anything in here. Oh yes, there is. This is a little envelope that somebody sent me. Well, they sent me the die cuts and I just made them into envelopes. I just stamped this. She can write on the back. Or even add a really tiny picture. That would be cute. And I used gold paper clips all the way through. And this is open. Little file folder, once again, because she likes miniatures. There's nothing in the file folder. Stamping. More vintage lace. Oh, there's nothing in this pocket. I might leave it empty or I might find something to put in it. Another label. An envelope that I added. Oops. This is what keeps falling. I made these the other day to add pockets in my journal. Like, they're card stock, so I mean they're really thick. Or I might use them, I don't know. Maybe I'll turn them into covers and make a journal. A mini journal, that'd be cool too. But anyways. So I made this, stamped this little envelope, which is quite vintage. My little bunny stamp. My stamping isn't perfect, but it's okay. She won't care. And I made this journaling card. This is my own trim that I've scanned. I feel like I'm really... There we go. I'm catching on to things. You would never know I clean my desk, but I promise every once in a while I do. This paper is so cute and I've had it for so long, so this might be the year I end up using it up. I'm sure I can find cute stuff to replace it. Just make me crazy, these silly things. Vintage wrapping paper that I made a pocket with, vintage trim, and vintage seal. Oh, this is the things to do. And these are printed in miniature. That's not, I was saying my bunny, but that one's my candy cane stamp. I really like that one too. I got it, I haven't had them that long actually. This is not Tsunami Rose, it's just an ephemera piece, and then I stitched it on a postcard. flashcard, and she can journal on this. It's matte. So, or add a picture. The blue doesn't really match, but once it's covered, it's not going to matter. Oh, and then there's stamping on the bottom. And we're almost at the end. And that is the end. So I hope you like it. Like I said at the beginning of the video, any journals purchased will be going to help raise money for my Tika. And like I said, I also call her mine, but she is not mine. She's my brother's baby. For those of you that didn't know, my sister-in-law passed away at the beginning of August, and it was in a tragic accident. And the puppy is kind of, you know, what my brother has left. And so we do our best to help him out with her and take care of her, you know, after this is going to be now, I think, the third surgery that she's had to go through. But anyways, yes, thank you for watching. Talk to you all soon.